It is time now for all things current in California politics. Our guest this week is Rich Eisen, who is the editor-in-chief of Capital Weekly publication. Rich, welcome. We have lots to chew on this week. State lawmakers adopted the budget this week, $365 billion. This is far from over, as you know. They had to submit the budget by Monday, so they keep getting paid. So now that said, what happens?
Well, it goes to the governor, and there's all the back and forth because they included a lot of spending that the governor didn't want. We will see what the final negotiations look like. This is when it goes over to what I guess we used to call the Big Five, which is the majority and minority leaders and the governor. But we will see. They've got a constitutional deadline coming up, so end of June, it's got to get done one way or the other.
That it does. Okay. The governor revealed the DOJ is investigating his family. Now, is this a political move by Washington? And if you have the feds going through all of your stuff, my stuff, they're bound to find something, right?
Well, I mean, it seems like they're focused very much on the first partner. If you run a 501c3, there are reporting requirements. Donations have to be reported properly. They are certainly, if they're doing this at all, they're scouring for those kinds of things where there are things that were not reported. That's by far the most likely thing. There's a lot of political theater here, both on the president or on the DOJ side and the governor's side. I mean, there's a reason he came out the way he did, right, and very strongly intimated, you're picking on my wife, right? There's a there's a protect your family kind of a vibe going on here. We will see. It took all of us by off guard too, so we really don't know what they're looking for.
So if they find something that she did in a 501c paper filing, is that something that could damage him if he were running for president?
You know what? I tend to doubt it.
Yeah.
I mean, I really think we've pulled so far to the extremes. I just don't see it. I really don't see how that is going to have that big, unless they find, though they were literally stealing money, then maybe, but I doubt that.
Right. So your Capital Weekly recently hosted a big city's mayor forum.
Yeah.
What came from that? And do mayors locally or in the region, do they collaborate? Because I asked a former mayor of Sacramento if he knew the mayor of Modesto. He said he didn't even know who it was. So what would be the point of this? Well,
the Big City Mayors Coalition is fairly new, and it's comprised of the 13 biggest cities in California. And, I think the thing that my takeaway from it is just that we have a lot more at the local level. There's a lot more commonality in terms of the problems that they are facing, and particularly large cities, large urban areas. Though some of these are in the Central Valley, Oakland, San Francisco, Sacramento, LA.
Karen Bass.
Absolutely, they're all members, but so are the mayors of Fresno and Irvine, Riverside.
Sure. So How many did you get? How many mayors showed?
We had a few in and out, but I think we had 7 total.
Okay, nicely done.
All right. And I thought it was a fascinating thing. Hopefully, we're going to do it every year from now on.
Right.
So
sounds good. Rich Eisen, Capital Weekly. Rich, thank you.
Sure.